Hello, Chichua Wolf Women here. So, feeling like I got lots to share today as this is my second video. So, today we're going to talk about medicines of Mother Earth. And today we actually hosted a free medicine walk and talk on the land here. And it was amazing. It was beautiful. We had a great show of people from the community come out, and most of them, actually I think all of them, pretty much had very little knowledge or knowings of the medicines of Mother Earth. And so it was great. It was great just to learn with them from their questions and teach what I have learned through my time working with Mother Earth, and and share. And so it was a beautiful. I mean, definitely the weather was a little chilly for June 1st here, but no rain. It worked out. It worked out great. And so we walked the land. And one of the really important items I spoke about was the fact that every weed serves a purpose. It really does serve a purpose, and most are medicinal purposes. There is so much medicine. Mother Earth is abundant in medicines. I mean, for everything you can think of is there. She's here saying, please. I mean, we are lucky, so lucky to have such an abundance of free medicine, and just the relationship that we build when we honor this, and we start understanding how we are to give before we take, how we're supposed to give back to the land. And so we worked through this process, and the idea is, yes, we gift tobacco before anything. One of the four sacred herbs, and the reason that we gift that tobacco to the land before we take anything, and is that tobacco is a medicine enhancer. It carries an energy that has the ability to enhance the medicine of the medicine that you're collecting. And so, I was talking to them today about, the idea that we can go to a health store and buy a certain amount of whatever herb it is in a capsule or in whatever it is, and it has like a dosage and then how much you take. But when you have relationship with upon the land that you walk with Mother Earth, there's no such thing as a dosage when it really comes down to it, because everyone's dosage, whatever that is unique to the person. And that's why it's so important to have relationship with Mother Earth. And that was the idea of this walk and talk. And I feel I'm going to just continue to do them, because it's such an opportunity to share and learn and teach consistently. And it's so important, because I feel that, when I look at the children today, I'm just like, this is so important for them to know, for it not to be forgotten, for us to share this information far and wide, for them to know how to eat from the land, how to take when they need a medicine, and what it can do for their bodies. And so yes, gifting the tobacco and understanding the medicine behind gifting tobacco and what it's doing as you're doing that, and always understanding that we are always to be givers first, not to just never to take first. Obviously there's circumstances that I feel like, that does take place, and so again, we know how to go back, give our thanksgiving, show our appreciation and our reverence if that had to take place. But yeah, gifting and taking the medicine that we need, and how do we use it. And so we went over that today, and that was beautiful. We went over some basically all the medicines, not all. Actually, that would have taken forever, but we went over a lot of the very common ones that are easy and safe for everybody to use, because it is important to know what we're taking and how we're using it. And so we went over all the ones that we would pick here, over this span of the next few months, and that we use in our home as a daily tea. And that's what we're going to get to, about daily teas, because this is what we use. I have 6 children, all ages, and every morning there is a tea. That's what happens in this house. And we're going to get into why that's so important, and why we can even increase it to more than one tea, and what we're getting from drinking those teas, and why it's so important to collect medicine and dry it and save it and use it throughout, so that we have these daily teas and what we're getting. So aside from medicinal benefits, which we can talk in a different video about medicinal. So if you have questions or there's certain medicines that you're interested in knowing about and collection and drying, or please share in comments, ask questions. I love the ideas. It sparks me to share more videos, different videos. But today it's going to be about daily teas and why they are actually, I feel, a need in all of our lives, no matter who you are, and from from little ones. So I start my children on medicine teas usually around when they stop breastfeeding is usually when I'll introduce the medicine teas. And so we pick from the land here. And as I said, we pick a lot that are completely safe for all ages. And we are truly drinking them for obviously their medicinal properties, but more so in this case, when I'm talking about these daily teas, especially in the morning, is minerals. The number one thing is minerals. Obviously, we're going to get some vitamins out of it, but minerals is the number one reason. And so, one of the things we talked about on our medicine walk and talk today was the idea that two major issues that are affecting humans today are digestion, the gut, that whole space down there is not working well for most people, and that's, well, again, a whole other conversation. If you want to dive there, let me know. But the gut, and we lack in minerals. And we know this. We know that the soil really needs to be taken care of in order to be able to provide us our foods with the minerals we need, right? And so it's so important for us to grow our own food if we can, or meet up in community gardens. And I did a video previously on the no manure, so check out that one. That was some good information. But the minerals, so the herbs that were the medicines from Mother Earth, gifting us minerals that our body needs, and they really are. We don't need minerals in super high doses, and a lot of the minerals that we're actually depleted in are the trace minerals. And so this is what we're getting from the medicines from Mother Earth. And so it is so important to collect. So, I mean, we talked about some of the ones that are alfalfa, clover, cleavers, mallow, dandelion, burdock, there's, lemon balm. There's so many that are, really safe. Catnip is a good one, not an easy one, but a good one. The list can go on, but those are a good chunk right there that I felt came, to mind. Right, nettle's another, and I'm sure there's more that but those ones I can definitely say right off that mint. I can keep going, right? Okay, I'm gonna stop. So these medicines that are super great in our daily tea. And so why? Because you're going to remineralize your body. Not buying those bottles of remineralize your water, or no, like the salts and whatever it is that's out there. Or when you start taking supplements in mineral form, a lot of the time our body can't even uptake what we're taking in that supplement. So it's and then you're taking it in a high dose that was a suggested dose, and it off balances other minerals in your body, and it just becomes it becomes a big mess. Yet this is the alternative health world, right? And how we are being, it's being taught how to take this because you're low on this. It's even prescribed by allopathic medicine, taking synthetic vitamin D drops instead of just taking in some sun. And yes, sunflower. Oh, I love that medicine, sunflower medicine. You can eat that head to toe, and the tea is phenomenal. So yes, your daily tea. And so, see, I am like daily tea, day tea. I drink probably like 2 to 3 of these liter teas a day. And they're just mixed. This one, I believe, is apple blossom and lilac. There could be something else in there too. I don't know. My son makes the teas in the morning normally, and it's just like, so we have a nice cupboard full of them. And so, yes, so we've already started on our journey. So this was goldenrod actually, that we still had left from the fall of the last year. So we actually just blended it. I love the smell of it. It's not everybody loves the taste. I really like it. I mix it. It's great with can mix with mint or lemon balm. But there's goldenrod, also a really nice one. This one is apple blossom. So this is what we get, one jar, and that's it. So we do baby it because we have a beautiful apple tree on the land here. She is magnificent, and her apples are for the deer. They're just left for the deer, but we do collect a lot of the flowers off it. I mean, she's huge, so not a lot in comparison to her, but she gives us that. And I mean, the medicine of the bees are in here because they've probably kissed so many of these flowers. And so such an apple blossom medicine, amazing medicine. It is just, I was explaining even today in the group, is like, it's one of those medicines that if you're just having a day, and like and I didn't have a day like that, I had a good day. But when you have like a day and you're just like, oh, I need something, oh, apple blossom. It's so good for that. And then we talked about digestion, great for digestion. So apple blossom, such a beautiful tea. I didn't go into goldenrod use, but it's so good for the chest, phlegm buildup, colds, pneumonia. So very good in clearing out that space. Whooping cough, we used it because we had a whooping cough summer last year because 4 of my children had a whooping cough. They lived off of goldenrod and thyme. It did it. It worked. Took some time, but we did it. Cleavers. So this one, we've just started, so we're going to add to this. And this is a great one. It's great for the lymphatic system. Really does, and as I was explaining them too, springtime is such a great time to start collecting your medicines. They are the most potent right now. And we've just come through the white moon, especially if you live somewhere cold and your body needs that extra, let's build it back up as we're about to go back out there and be outside more, within nature, more exposure to all sorts of things. And so we need to boost our immune system after the white moons. And so a lot of these medicines are going to do that. So cleavers are great and very gentle, have a nice mild earthy taste to them, can be really mixed with a couple different other options. What's another one that I have here? Mullein or mullein, I don't know, I always say it different. So mullein, also great, and a very great medicine for clearing out the lungs. So also a good one for colds, chest congestion, bronchial sort of issues if you have there, like bronchitis and that sort of thing. It's very, very soothing. So it's even soothing for the digestive system as well. Very, very mild. A great tea. And these are just some of the ones, like, because we're now busy. We're busy like the bees collecting the medicines. And so drinking this daily tea is, as you've learned just from the 4, I think, I don't know, 4 so that I mentioned, and learned a few of their properties, a few of their medicinal properties, because there are others. It wasn't even, I wasn't even doing this video about that. It was so much more about getting the minerals from them, the trace minerals from them, that from soaking your tea, and you could take a teaspoon or 2 teaspoons and soak it, let it steep in some hot water, and just drink. And you can take it along for the day. You can make a bigger cup of it and just drink it through your day, and yes, build up your minerals within your body, replenish your minerals in your body. Especially, I'm a breastfeeding mom. It's so important that I keep my minerals up, or I would be my joints, I would have an issue with my bones, because really, like, our body gives to the baby first, right? And just, we know that so many things that the foods we take in today now, with the toxicities in them and how they're even created, are actually depleting our minerals, along with the fact that the minerals are already depleted in the vegetables and fruits and whatever it is that we're buying, if we're buying it in a store, or even if we're growing it, right? So it's so important to be treating our soil. So yes, daily teas, the best way to get your minerals is your daily tea. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, and any comments or shares, What's your favorite daily tea? Are you doing this? Share with me. Give me your favorite teas that you like to have. And we'll see you next time.